Alrighty, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing a blowing up the Sacramento Kings rebuild in NBA 2K25. So, if you're unaware what's been going on with the Kings recently, there was a rumor that came out that Domantas Sabonis might request a trade from the Kings if they don't know what direction they're going in, and other stuff like that. And honestly, if Domantas Sabonis requests a trade, it would be a really good center option for most teams. I just don't know what team would really need a center. I mean, they're obviously a team that's going to be desperate for a center in the offseason. That's probably the Los Angeles Lakers. Hayes has been a good starting center for them, but I don't know if he'll be the long-term option at center for them unless he, gets a lot better. But, like I said, Domantas Sabonis, we're going to trade him, and then if we could trade other guys like DeRozan, Malik Monk, Valanciunas, we're going to go on a full-on reset and only keep the young guys. Like, maybe we could keep Keegan Murray, Keanu Ellis, Laravia, keep those guys, and then see what we can do. Obviously, Zach LaVine to be on the market, but I think we keep him into the deadline to make sure his value is at the ultimate high, so we can just score all the points for us. But it'll change it for the rest of the season is Malik Monk, LaVine, DeRozan, Keegan Murray, Don Sabonis, Jonas Valanciunas, Keanu Ellis, Dre Lyles, Jay Laravia, and that'll be your 9-man rotation. That leaves Markelle Fultz off the rotation, which I really forgot he signed with the Kings. Has he been good? Kind of like the normal Markelle Fultz. He's been okay, but we're going to simulate to the end of the season. It's only a couple of days until the playoff ends, so we don't even have to just we can just go out and see what happens. So we are going to finish off as the 10th seed with SGA winning MVP. Rookie, they're going to Alex Sarr, Scoot Henderson being your sixth man, Dice Dales being your defensive player. Most improved going to Christian Braun, clutch player going to LaMelo, Mark Dagnall as your coach of the year. He's All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. So Harden making an All-NBA second team. Yeah, he's been playing really good with the Clippers, so I could definitely see that happening. But at the end of the season, lastly, finish off as the 10th seed. We got Dallas in the first round of the play-in. But we have about 23 from Zach LaVine, 21 from DeRozan, 18, 13, and obviously Spones is the best defensive center in the world, but still really good. Obviously, he can score the ball, he can shoot the ball, actually really good. So that's something. And then he can also play make really well. So like I said, it's going to be a market for him. 18 from Malik Monk, 12 from Keegan Murray, 11 from Jonas Valanciunas, 8 from Ellis, 7 from Laravia, 6 from Lyles, 3 from Carter, and 3 from McDermott, 3 Fultz. But can we beat Dallas in the first round of the play? We're about to see that right now. So against Dallas, we are going to lose. So Dallas is going to beat us. Obviously, we have Anthony Davis fully healthy, and I guess we just couldn't stop him. How much points did he have? I guess you can see that. Yeah, he had 39 points on amazing efficiency. So yeah, AD, we couldn't really stop. No, we had nobody to match the scoring. So that's when we lose. But right now, we can see who wins the championship as we got the Thunder going on to win it all. I think Shea was Finals MVP, but LeBron James is going to retire. I'm going to override that. I think he plays at least one more season with the Lakers, but we'll see definitely. But heading into the draft lottery, I believe we have our pick, or we might not. It might be going to Atlanta, actually, now I think about it. But let's see how it goes down. So the Wizards get 1, Sixers get 2, Hornets get 3, Blazers 4, Jazz 5. And then I actually don't know if we actually have our own pick this year, pick 13. So it looks like that pick is going to go to Atlanta. So we don't even have our own first-round pick this year. So that's another reason why the Kings might be cooked. Because if they miss the playoffs, they're not missing it for a reason. They literally have to make the playoffs and pray for a good run. Because if not, then, yeah, it just sucks. Obviously, this team traded De'Aaron Fox, which kind of just, screwed them up for the future. Obviously, Fox was kind of like their franchise player, so 27 years old. So yeah, I kind of messed them up. But De'Aaron Fox, I believe he requested the trade. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can trade Domantas Sabonis on draft night. Doug Christie was obviously hired as the interim. I guess we'll keep him for another year and then get a better head coach next year. So we're gonna keep Doug Christie for another year, and we're gonna trade Domantas Sabonis on draft night. Let's throw him in the trade finder first to see if there's any offers we can get. So Tyrese Maxey and Adem Bona, obviously that's not realistic. So the Bulls have been sneaky good. I know that as a Lakers fan. Trust me, yeah, it's sneaky good. So I wouldn't, it wouldn't be the worst idea for the Bulls to get Sabonis, a guy who can just help them out. So I don't hate it. We get an expiring Nikola Vucevic. I don't hate it. We get Zubac, Trey Young, Bam Adebayo. Yeah, these offers are kind of crazy, but it has to be real. The Lakers are offering Sabonis and Dalton, or they're offering Rui and Connect. So I could definitely see the Lakers. Obviously, I don't know if they're fully committed to Connect. They've traded him. This is an offer that I could probably do if there was some draft compensation in it. Jalen Suggs, De Silva. So Let's see, Cameron Johnson, Jamal Murray, Pacers. Obviously, they had Sabonis, I believe, at one point of their. Did he? He was with Indiana, right? He was. Yeah, he's at Oklahoma City, Indiana. Straight to Sacramento, the Pistons. Let's see, Raptors. So yeah, we might. Well, Devin Booker. We might have to make our own trade for Domantas Sabonis because really, I don't really like any of these. I'm being honest. No, I think about it. I actually think we could probably send some bonus to the Pelicans. I think they could be a use of a starting big. Obviously, Misi is a solid starter, but getting some bonus, their team would definitely upgrade them. So I think we'd have to take on. Okay, so I know DeJounte's hurt, so I think it'd have to be CJ McCollum in this trade. That's how I'll trade Murphy, but we can't really. I wouldn't really see them trading him anyway, and he's hurt. We can't even get him. So yeah, I do want to get CJ or I don't want him, but we're gonna have to take him on, just for a year or two. So then we need $5 million in this deal. So like, I don't know. What about like Jordan Hawkins in this deal? What about Kelly Olynyk? So they get rid of, okay, so McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and then pick 6 is a little too crazy. I'm gonna add to this future Bucks pick, and then their future 2029 first round pick for Domantas Sabonis. This is more than fair, probably trade for Sabonis, and then yeah, we could probably this is all for this. They counter it. They want our 2026 first to give us Antonio Reeves. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'd really okay. So we don't have to have Antonio Reeves, but I'm not trading a first round pick, but I'll give you a couple second round picks. See what they say to that. They want still want it's okay. So they're asking about the 2028 first round pick. I just can't get to that. So like we could trade Valanciunas away. I mean, who could we really? I mean, I guess we could throw one more second round pick at best, and they want a first round pick swap to give me Antonio Reeves. So maybe we can't. Okay, so all right. Instead of all this, what about we don't take on Kelly instead, and we take on like I don't know somebody worse than him. So let's say it is. I'm gonna have to accept Jordan Hawkins' team option request. So I'll do that for a second. I'm gonna wait till after the draft to make a trade. I feel like this makes more sense to wait till after the draft. So we got Miles Bird. We can draft him, and then with our other second, we got like I don't know, John, and then that's it. Just pass Joanne. These guys won't be rotational pieces from the future. Probably not. We're gonna accept everybody here. I wouldn't be opposed to trading Keon Ellis if it obviously gets a deal started or done. But all right, we're not in any of these guys. So and then we have really no money to sign a free agency. So. But I do still want to, obviously, we're going to trade Sabonis. So I'm going to go back to the Pelicans. I really do want to make a trade with the Pelicans. So let's say we get Misi. No, not Misi. What am I talking about? It was McCollum, not Misi. I don't know who that was. But DJ McCollum. And then what if we do get Maluch here? Knowing they are going to be getting, like I said, Sabonis. What if we get Maluch? So it's McCollum, the center. I have to remember his name. And that's it. So really all I want. We'll trade a second, another second, and this is all for this. They want Valanciunas. I'm fine with trading you guys Valanciunas, but I don't know if, obviously that's not really realistic. We can't really do that. So, and I don't want Misi. So, who could we trade for them to make the trade more, intriguing for them? I guess they have to be Keon Ellis with such a Jay Laravia. I guess we could throw in Keon Ellis in the trade, and then we'll throw, so what if we throw Keon Ellis in the trade? They lottery protected for Jose Alvarado. Just can't really get to that at the moment. What if we throw a rookie, Joanne? Okay, they're close to saying yes. What about Miles Bird as well? They still say no. Okay, getting closer to a deal. Although another second round pick, they are really coveting that first round pick that we're offering them. So what I was hoping with Keanu Ellis is small forward and see what they say to that. If they don't agree, they're probably going to move on to another team because this Sabonis trade is taking a long time for absolutely no reason, man. So McCollum, I do want Maluch. He'll be our starting 5, and then we'll throw Joanne, and then what was it again? That's it. And then we want obviously 2 unprotected first round picks in the future. So McCollum, Maluch, 2 first for Sabonis, Keon Ellis, Joanne. They like what they have. Okay, we'll throw Miles in there. They still like what they have. So second, we'll throw another second round pick, and they are interested, but they're not going to agree to it. So, man, we are really close to making a deal done. If they really do want Valanciunas, too, I could do it, but obviously it's going to be a legal trade for them. If they want Valanciunas instead, they have to give me $3 million, though. So, I don't think we're going to get this deal done. So, it's bonus. It's not going to be a Pelican. We're going to have to figure out another team we can send him to. I've been struggling with a DeMar DeRozan trade. So we're just gonna settle on this. So the Grizzlies, they get DeMar DeRozan. Obviously, he can be like, I don't know, a scorer. They can rely on like a forward. I don't know. So they get DeRozan. We get Brandon Clark. He's been injury prone really for the last couple of years of his career. So he's been injury prone his whole career. So what if we get Brandon Clark, a first and a second? That's literally it. That's all I want for DeMar DeRozan. And they agree. We get that done. So Clark is here. But he's here now. That means we're going to chase a bonus away. But next I want to get off is Malik Monk. And I know he's regressed in 2K. He regresses in 2K for some reason. I don't know why. He's 27 years old. But if you move him to shooting guard, he goes up. And then we've been fixing the secondary position for the team now acquires him. So what we're going to do is next we are going to go ahead and trade Malik Monk away. So we finally got Burrows out of here. That took a long minute. Now we're going to see if we can go ahead and trade Malik Monk away. Let's go in the trade finder. So just a first. So Nick Smith in a first. Okay, him back to the Hornets. This isn't bad. Not a bad trade. But I don't know if the Hornets really want to trade their picks right now. I mean, maybe they get better, but they really have seen no chance of getting better. So the Pistons want to give me Ron Holland. So if we can do this where like the Pistons get like a score off the bench, which they probably need, they get Ron Holland. We get a future first round pick out of them as well. So what about this? This is a pretty fair trade for Malik Monk, and they are going to counter me with Valanciunas and Marcus Sasser. They want to give me him as well. So yeah, I'm fine with trading Jonas Valanciunas away to the Pistons. We get Marcus Sasser. He could be like a backup guard for us off the bench. So yeah, we'll do this trade. With the Pistons. As we get a future first round pick, and not sad. I wasn't planning on getting Marcus Sasser, but I guess in a way he could replace Malik Monk. So we got that done. Now next we are gonna go and trade Domantas. It's really the highlight of the video that we have to trade. We have to trade him away now. I actually simulated free agency so we can make the trade with the Pelicans. I'm determined to give Sabonis to the Pelicans. So we waited till McCollum has regressed to make a trade with New Orleans, man. I don't know if this will make it better, but I am going all in here. So Sabonis, McCollum, Cade, and Maluch. If we can just get maybe this Pacers pick and then this Bucks pick, or I want the Bucks pick actually, and then if we get the 24%, this is really what I want. We'll even throw the second round pick. That gets it done. Okay. I still didn't get a trade done. We could really get a trade done here. So if we have like a pick that doesn't even matter in the future for us, we have a bunch of future picks. So we'll offer 3 seconds to get the trade done. They still don't agree. That's okay. We'll throw Keon Ellis in the trade. If that'll get it done. Still don't agree. Okay. All right, it's okay because we have some other guys that came in the qualifying offer, like Isaac Jones. That get it done. Okay. What else can we do in there now? Because I actually don't know why they're just not saying yes to the trade at this point. So what about Joanne? Did I get it done? All right. No, whatever, dude. I guess we just can't get some bonus in this team. I guess we just can't. I'm going to take out the Bucks big. And what do they say to this? Just that. Oh my gosh, dude. Can't be this hard, man. Oh, whatever. Sabonis can't go to New Orleans. I'm done with that. No, okay. Instead, we're not going to ask for Maluch. I just want Sabonis out of here. We really have to trade him at this point. What about just CJ and Olynyk? They want a pick swap. Give me Antonio Reeves, dude. If that's really the best we could do, I'll just do it, man. Because I'll just do it. That's really the best we could do. Get 2 first round picks. I'll do it. So I feel like the Bucks are really bad in 2K. We can get that done. So we got him out of here finally, man. And Levine, I'm guessing he regressed, but he will be traded at the deadline. I think we'll get a little bit more value from him at the deadline. We probably have way too many players in our team now after that. Actually, no, we have 15 players in the dot. This team is just bad. All right. We're going to be a bad team. So I'm prepared for that. But, what I'm not prepared for is how hard it's going to be to trade Zach LaVine, especially with him regressing downward. So that'll be hard. We'll trade him at the deadline, though. Just to wait just a little bit, because I feel like we push his tendency up. He's the only one scoring. We could probably get a haul in return from him. I know 2K, not really that real. So his shot is either 66. That's getting pushed up, man. I want him to be the guy here for at least the trade deadline. So Zach LaVine will get all his shots. It'll be McCollum, LaVine, Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray, Brandon Clark, Jalen Arabia, Ron Holland, Marcus Sasser, Devin Crowder, and then we can run a 10-minute rotation and get who'll be in there. Kelly Olynyk. Do I want to play Kelly Olynyk at this point? We can play Antonio Reeves. It doesn't really matter too much. Play Kelly Olynyk. That'll be your last guy off the bench. I'll see you guys at the end of the season or at the trade deadline. Let me disable that because I don't know why that's on. Do I have CPU trade offers on? Okay, all that's off. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline for us to trade Zach LaVine away. See if I can trade Zach LaVine to the Magic to get themselves like a perimeter scorer at the shooting guard's position. We're going to offer Keon Ellis and Miles Beard for Cole Anthony, KCP, Gonzalez, and a first-round pick. There shouldn't be a lot to trade. So I'm hoping they disagree to it as they are not interested. So they're close to agreeing. We're just going to keep it like that. So this is a really good unprotected second-round pick that we have. So we'll offer that at them as they counter me with Isaiah Crawford. And their second, look at me, Jet Howard. So, yeah, we jump on this trade 100%. Just like that, we get a deal done. Finally, we get an easy deal to go through, man. Like, I've been really, I've been working on these trades. That Zach LaVine trade took a long time. All I did was ask for Hugh Gonzalez, and then they was disagree. I don't know what was that about, but we officially blown up the Sacramento Kings. See, McCollum will be gone next season. Don't worry about him. He won't be here. We officially blown up this roster, but we have to worry about, our guards. Okay, so we have to figure this out really quickly. So the main scorer obviously since LaVine's gone is going to be Keegan Murray. I want him to take some shots here. I want to develop him. He really hasn't been developed at all in 2K. I try to absolute hardest to do that. The second guy, I guess, will be, I don't know. They'll figure that out. But McCollum, KCP, Laravia, Keegan Murray, Brandon Clark, Cole Anthony, Sasser, Ron Holland, Devin Carter, and Kelly Olynyk. So I don't want this rotation to be like this at all. First of all, KCP will not be playing any minutes at all. So what we're going to do is going to put a force-nine starter on, bro, because he's not going to be playing any minutes for us. So what we're going to do is I guess they want to start Cole Anthony, but I really just want to go ahead and start Hugh Gonzalez. I'll fix the rotation. I'll show you guys. All right, so I'll fix the rotation. The rotation is going to be McCollum, Gonzalez, Laravia, Keegan Murray, Brandon Clark, Cole Anthony, Sasser, Ron Holland, Devin Carter, and Jet Howard. To be honest with you, I think we could probably play McCollum off the bench as well. I don't really want him, in playing that much at this point, so I don't want to win games. So I'm going to start Sasser over him, man. I wanted to completely develop the young guys. And if that even means McCollum will be our sixth man, that means McCollum's got to take a back roll and be the sixth man, because that's what I want for now. So roll like that. Then I'll see you guys now at the end of the season. We do have our own pick this year, which we do, so we can obviously, what I'm looking to do is we could draft AJ Domantas to this team. I haven't really had him in a long time, or I haven't had him in the Thunder video. That's really the only time I had him. So we can either draft him. That would be obviously the idea route to go. So let's lose games. Hopefully we can do that trading faculty. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is your MVP. Cooper Flagg is your Rookie of the Year. But at the end of the season, we did finish off missing the playoffs, which is great. We wanted to see. So we have a shot at AJ. We ended up being the 14th seed, 36 and 46. Dude, the Jazz were terrible, 13 and 69. But yeah, so we actually had a fair shot. So like I said, everybody was not great. So we had a pretty awful team. It'll probably be even worse next year. But we had about 13 from Laravia. Bro, Keegan Murray still couldn't score. His tendency was pushed, so how wasn't he scoring a lot more than this, dude? Guys, I guess Keegan Murray just not good in 2K. I don't even know what to say because I literally put it up to a 90. I guess he's just not good in 2K, man. But, oh, well, we'll have to just figure it out with him. I don't know. He just sucks, man. But the Pelicans with Domantas Sabonis ended up being really good. That's not happy for Sabonis. They ended up making the final, but they ended up losing, though. But, all right. Let's see what we need to do in the draft. So in the draft lottery, we are going to be projected. We actually projected pick 2 and 9 from the Domantas Sabonis trade. So the Bucks were bad like we wanted. All right, we're going to see where these picks land. I would sit here and watch it. Actually, we're probably not going to watch this whole thing. We have time, right? So Lakers, we'll get the 14th overall pick. It's crazy, they have Luka on their team, but I hope that doesn't happen in real life. But 13 will be the Miami Heat. Obviously, what matters for us is pick 7, so we could really probably just go ahead and just, sim through all this. But maybe I should have simmed all of it. Oh, it doesn't matter now. So the Suns get 11, as 10 is going to be, so we have 2 draft lottery picks in here, which is great. Magic will take, I have 10th overall pick. We're not in the draft. I forgot. So are we going to jump up? We're going to stay at 9. We are going to stay at 9, which I'm fine with that. We also have one more pick, which is obviously projected pick 4, I think, or it was 3. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So Blazers get a 7 is going to be the Chicago Bulls, pretty sure. No, I don't mean the Thunder. So the Bulls jump up to 4, which is not a great sign for us in our draft lottery luck, obviously. So the Hornets jump up as well to 4. So most likely we're not going to get them an overall pick. The 5th pick is going to be the New York Knicks, and then 4 is probably what our pick is going to have, unless we jump or unless we stay. We'll see what happens. The 4th pick is going to be the Kings. Damn it! All right, so we don't get an overall pick. Instead, we get 4, and then we get yeah. So it sucks that the Hornets and Bulls had to jump up like that. If not, we probably had gotten a really good pick. So Doug Christie will probably move on from him and get a new head coach to the building. It's like Billy Donovan, Kenny Atkinson, Joe Mazzulla has no offers. We can just offer Joe Mazzulla a contract and he'll probably come to the team, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, like Taylor Jenkins. He recently got fired from the Grizzlies, but Joe Mazzulla, if we could just sign him, he's signed. That's crazy. I had no team offered him a contract. What are the Celtics doing, man? We just got Joe Mazzulla for free. I'll take that. All right. Let's hop into the draft now with our pick. So number 1 is going to be AJ. Actually, the Thunder don't even have that pick, so I'll send AJ back. And so, yeah, I'll send that pick back. So Bulls will take Cameron Boozer. They're going to take Chris Sinak, which means we could take Darren Peterson or Elijah Arenas. It depends who I want more. So Peterson, All-NBA, Elijah Arenas. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, his is Dwayne Wade's ceiling, but it's only All-NBA for him. Elijah Arenas, on the other hand, is Hall of Fame ceiling. So we can either go after him. I mean, what do we really need the most? I guess it really doesn't matter who we draft, really. It doesn't matter who we do. We have holes in every single position. So, I mean, we go Darren or Elijah Arenas. I never made Elijah Arenas like the key. No, we're going to take him. Elijah Arenas, welcome to the team. He'll be the guy. The Thunder, they don't have back to. I'll have to fix those picks. I'll have to fix that. But now, wait, who went off the board? I just in the draft. Darren Peterson. Wow, if Peterson would have fell to us one more pick, that would have been beautiful, bro. I can't lie with you. But we get Koa Pete. So I think we'll end up taking Koa Pete or Jaden. He could be our starting center. We're gonna take Jaden actually. So Jaden, welcome to the team, and then also have a second round pick like Drake Powell or Cutter Knox. We're gonna take Jalil Bethea. I don't know why his name is Jalil Best. I'm gonna take Cutter Knox here. So Cutter Knox, and we have one other pick. He'll take Drake Powell, and then we'll leave it like that. So I like our draft. I really do. 78 Elijah, 76, and 70, and 70 Drake Powell, which we'll draft. What overall is Peterson, by the way? Peterson was do we mess up taking? He was a 79. Elijah Arenas was a 78. I guess he was a higher overall. But we're going to accept Holland, Sasser. We're going to decline Cole Anthony, Devin Carter. We're going to accept Jet Howard. We're going to accept KCP, accepts that player option. Antonio Reeves, we're going to decline Joanne Noah. But qualifying offers, we'll debate if we want to offer Keegan Murray a contract. I think means we have cap space in the offseason. Yeah. So we can move on for Keegan Murray probably. But I don't really see the point of bringing him back. So we got Sasser, Devin Carter. And then we have Elijah Arenas, Gonzalez, Antonio Reeves, KCP, Carter Knox, and Drake Powell. Yeah, we probably have so many players on our team. I guess not. That's a whole bunch of guards. So we have Jet Howard, Ron Holland, Brandon Clark, and Jaden. So we're still kind of figuring out things, our rotation. But do we want to offer a contract to like the superstar? We don't really have a superstar right now, so we could offer somebody a contract. How much money do we really have in total? We have 53. So we have a max salary spot available. Do we want to offer I don't want to go after Luka Doncic because I kind of want to make this video, I don't know if we do it yet. Would it be funny if we bring De'Aaron Fox back to Sacramento? Yeah, we could offer Austin Reeves a contract if we really wanted to, but I don't know. It's kind of just goes down to overall 2K. Kuminga is here, which I guess Kuminga would be a solid addition, maybe our power forward spot. But let's see, we can renounce. So yeah, we're not going to back these guys. We'll renounce them. But do we want to offer Jonathan Kuminga something? Do we want to just? All right. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do here. So let's see. So I guess we need a starting center this year or we need a starting forward. So let's see what's there. So Bankero, Chet, Collins, Jabari Smith is somebody I guess I would offer something, but I just don't know if it's really worth it. Let's see. Who's afraid this next year? Probably wait till next year. So yeah, we can wait till next year for I don't know. I kind of want just an organic star to develop in our hands. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna offer Jabari Smith Jr. something. It won't be all. We'll still have $25 million left, but since he's restricted, we'll offer him $38 million. So let's see what he says now. We'll offer him $38 million and see if the Rockets match it or not. The Rockets will. I'm following out to Keegan Murray. The Rockets will. Damn it, they'll match Jabari Smith Jr. So maybe I should offer more money. That might be on me. I can't lie with you. So yeah. I would have loved Jabari Smith. We should have offered more money. That's my bad. I guess we can offer the other forward in Houston, like Tari Eason. I guess he'd be solid for us, kind of be like our best player. But if Jonathan Kuminga is unrestricted, why not? I mean, I guess, like, yeah, so why not offer Kuminga a contract? The money will have to go down, though, because I do want to open up more cap space to the future. So why not? Let's offer JK a contract, see what he says. So Keegan Murray would have to be renounced, which I'm fine with, dude. Keegan Murray just sucks, man. I don't know what the issue is. But Jonathan Kuminga, the Warriors announced him, which means he will be our new, hopefully, duo. He'll be our duo next to Elijah Arenas for the future. But Jonathan Kuminga, going to push his tendency up, and then Elijah Arenas, I want him to score the ball as well. So we have Sasser, Devin Carter, Elijah Arenas, Hugo, and then let's say shooting guard rotation will be figured out. KCP won't get PT or Antonio Reed, most likely. Jett Howard, Kuminga, Ron Holland, and then we have Brandon Clark and Jaden. Jaden will start over Brandon Clark, though, and then we'll probably leave it like that. We have money to sign some other guys. So Keon Ellis hates Sacramento so bad. Horace Morale loses down like crazy. So Jay Laravia, we can just probably re-sign him to like a nice little 3-year deal, like $13 million. So $13 million for Jay Laravia, 3-year deal to be our backup or starting small forward. That's what we'll do, and then I'll see you guys and play a progression, hoping for some development. So Kuminga is up, Devin Carter is up, Ron Holland is up, Jay Laravia is up, Sasser, and then Hugo is up, Jett Howard. So I never really made Jonathan Kuminga number 1 or 2 guys. So we're going to try and we're going to see if we can push the duo of Jonathan Kuminga and Elijah Arenas. So we'll see how they do this year, and we can even add like a bona fide number 1 scorer in the upcoming future. So that's kind of what I'm looking for Kuminga, Arenas, and that third guy, whoever it is, or it's a bunch of role players next to him. We'll see. We'll have to see how this season goes to determine how we're gonna, obviously look at our future. So your rotation is Devin Carter, Gonzalez, Laravia, Kuminga, Brandon Clark. Obviously, I want Jaden to start though, so we're gonna put a more staunch starter on Brandon Clark. All right, this rebuild has been pretty. It's been really long so far, but Brandon Clark won't start. So we'll have Jaden start, obviously. And then that's the Carter, Hugo, Laravia, Kuminga, Jaden, Holland, Brandon Clark, Sasser. Arenas has to start. Do we start him at point guard? I mean, I'm a little too crazy, right? Not really. I mean, I guess he's 6'7". You know what, bro? We're starting him at point guard this year. Sorry, Devin Carter, but right now I'm kind of looking to develop Elijah Arenas, so we're going to play him at point guard this year. So Elijah Arenas will be our starting point guard, which probably I wanted to develop all these guys. Probably won't be the case for the future, but for now, this is how it's going to be, and then we'll obviously fix that, and then Sasser and Antonio Reed, your last 2 guys off the bench, I'm fine with. So actually, it's Jett Howard. What am I talking about? So we'll leave it like that, and I'll see you guys at the end of this year. It could be actually a solid team this year, but if we're not, it's okay. We have this Grizzlies pick, and this Pistons pick, and this Suns, and this Spurs pick if we're not good, and this Magic pick, dude, and our own pick. So we missed the playoffs. It's completely fine with me. Or if we make it, it's completely fine with me. Luka Doncic is your MVP, but we did not end up making the playoffs, which is fine. We missed it again. We were the 11th seed this year. We finished off 36 and 46. We missed it again, which is fine. We had about 18 from Kuminga, 16.5 from Elijah Arenas, 13 from Jay Laravia. So Elijah was pretty good his first year. Kuminga, like I said, might not be the number 1 or number 2 guy. So we've most left the third option. We have to, all right, so Laravia with 13, 12, 11. This team is obviously still in development mode, so I'm not really that mad. 9. So like I said, now we'll have a pretty more clean rotation this year. We don't have to worry about like KCP's contract. The Hawks win the championship this year with no Trae Young. That's some interesting thing. But we'll enter the draft lottery to see what pick we had so many. I should have waited, but let's just look. So, okay, so Rockets get. I don't think they actually. All right, it doesn't really matter, bro. We got the Bulls. So, all right, I guess let's look at it like this. But in the draft, we have picks 8, 11, 12, 22, and 24. So, sadly, the Grizzlies and Spurs weren't that bad. But I say we were, the Pistons and Magic were. So, we'll have all these picks in this draft, which we could either turn all of these picks into a superstar player, or we could draft with most of these picks. Which we'll figure out really soon. But we'll go to draft night, and then see what we can do. So, like, if there was somebody that would come available, like, who would it be? Let's see. So, we got, Brunson. I might be looking at a superstar point guard because we don't really have that. Devin Carter and Sasser aren't really, like, superstars. We all know. So, like, All right, Trey Young went to the Lakers. Obviously, they got rid of Luka, I'm guessing. So Kyrie, Igor, Jamal Murray. We have to. Okay, so Tyrese Halliburton is not untouchable. The Pacers are rebuilding, so we offer a good enough package. I mean, anything is possible. You know, now Luka literally got traded, so let's keep looking though. Devin Booker, nah. Shea, let's see, Rob Dillingham, Scoot Henderson. I mean, Scoot Henderson at this point, he might be a free agent though. But Luka, Jordan Poole, Tyrese Maxey is a good option. Dame, Lonzo, John Morant, 74 overall. They're contending, but we might be able to get a good package. LaMelo Ball. So LaMelo Ball being in a 90, there's a lot of good options, but who would be the best? Who would be the best like guy we can go after? So Tyrese Maxey is averaging 23 points per game. And then let's see what is so Devin Booker wasn't really an option for me. Scoot Henderson is a free agent. I would actually wouldn't mind getting him. No, I never traded for him before ever. But let's keep looking. John Morant was averaging 24 points per game, seven assists, 37% from three. So we can get him. Wouldn't be bad. LaMelo Ball though, 24 points, 9 assists. LaMelo Ball becomes a high option for me. I can't lie. So or it's Tyrese Halliburton. We're having 22, and so it depends. Who do you want, Tyrese or LaMelo? I think Tyrese will kind of be, a little bit cheaper. Um, I never really got him in a Kings rebuild. I don't think so, or LaMelo. So yeah, I mean we can try to though offer at Tyrese Halliburton. I mean I don't know who really trade to get him. So let's see. So it would probably have to be Devin Carter or Sasser because I don't know if we have money to take on, which we might. I'm gonna hope we have money to take on. So we're gonna accept Devin Carter's option as well as Jet Howard. You have an option. He does. He's a free agent. But all right, Tyrese Halliburton is the guy I'm gonna go after. I think LaMelo will be more realistic though. I'm kind of looking to switch stuff up. So what if we offer Devin Carter and then let's say we throw. Okay, so we can't take them all, which is great. Well, they'll pick 12 and 11 at you guys. We might have to throw 8 though. So yeah, we'll throw 8. And then we'll throw our future 2020 2030 pick from the from us. About to freaking speak, man. That Drake Powell and Carter Knox are my backup plan if the trade still doesn't go through. So we'll offer all of this for Tyrese Halliburton to see what they say. As a Tyrese Halliburton will be our starting point of this. So we didn't give up a lot. We just got our starting point guard that fast. So now we'll have Tyrese, Sasser, Hugo, and then we'll obviously go to the draft and draft what pick we had 11. So we got Taj Ariza, Dylan Mingo, we got Sadiq White, we got Diop. We have to take a good player though. I know Jordan Smith could be a good scorer. I saw him before, so I'm kind of tempted to take Taj Ariza, Trevor Ariza's son. I feel like he could be, or I don't know what we really need at this point. I really don't even know. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Dylan Mingo as Hall of Fame ceiling though. So I guess that'll make Sasser expendable if you want to get rid of him. Or we want to take Mingo, or do we want to take Taj Ariza? I think we go Hall of Fame or Sadiq White, also pretty good as well. How about we take Sadiq White? We're going to take the 6'10 power forward. He might not be that good. We'll take Keon Anthony, Carmelo Anthony's son. So I'm fine with that. Then we'll take Keith King, 6'10. But that'll be a good pick, I guess. So we'll bring back these two guys. And then free agency, we have Antonio Reeves, Sasser, and Jet Howard. And then we have, so Clark won't be back. Sasser, I'm debating on. He's asking for a lot of money, so we'll see what that does. And then KCP will be back, obviously. So and we don't really have much money to spend. Carter Bryant, yeah, it's Carter Bryant. He's here. It's interesting. All right, so we have Tyrese Halliburton, starting point guard, Hugo Gonzalez, Elijah Arenas, Keon Anthony, Drake Powell, and Carter Knox. We still have a bunch of shooting guards on our team. I'll probably move one of these guys to the 3. So like Keon Anthony goes to a 73 at small forward. So I guess he'll be like the 3rd string small forward if anybody like falls out. And then these two guys, obviously, I think they'll develop really nicely. And then we do need a backup point guard. But I think Elijah Reigns will start over Gonzalez this year, knowing Elijah Reigns has been better. And then Ron Holland will be our backup power forward because we're not moving to small forward because he can't shoot. Then Sadiq White, I guess. But who was our backup small forward last year? It was Jet Howard. So we'll go ahead and renounce. So I want to renounce everybody, but I'm going to renounce everybody but Marcus Sasser and Jet Howard. and we're gonna wait on dates fall for them. So Sasser and Jet Howard, we're gonna wait on. Everybody else could probably go, right? Yeah. So we're gonna wait on Marcus Sasser and Jet Howard. They want me to turn out both of them, which is interesting. But I say they are asking for bags. But if we have to let one of them go, but they're most likely making the qualifying offer. That's one thing. So we'll obviously make sure 2K doesn't want me to announce them. I don't know why they want me to announce them so bad. I don't really get it. It's Marcus Sasser, Jet Howard are two really good players. So all right. Sasser, 21 million. Like I said, we're gonna have to pay a bunch of guys in the future, so it'll suck paying him that much money. But I guess if we have to, but let's see, Jet Howard is asking. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna re-sign Jet Howard to that contract. I guess if we throw money at one player, will be Marcus Sasser. So what if we offer him 16 million for 2 years? So yeah, what if we offer him that? So Sasser will sign that 34 million, and then Jet Howard come as qualifying offers. I'm not offering anything more than that. So Marcus Sasser's back, Jet Howard is back. So we have Minga, Hugo, Elijah Arenas, Ron Holland, Jaden, Arabia, Sasser, Jet Howard. We have Drake Powell, Keon Anthony, and Connor Knox. Everybody's going up. This is going to be a long process, but yeah, I forgot we didn't even have a backup center. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, maybe I should have signed a center instead of, but it's fine. I should definitely look for a center. But I think we have 15 players now, so we can't really do anything. I guess we could maybe look for a center in the open market just really quickly. So let's see if there's anybody just sitting there for agency that we could sign. I think we have some money left over, right? So if there's okay, so obviously not gonna have money for Mark Williams, but there's at least some center we could sign, like a bridge starting center. Isn't gonna be too bad. It can be too good. So Jalen Smith, I would love to have. He's only asking for So we have 8 million to spend. So we probably could get somebody, which I'm definitely looking at. So Kai Jones, I mean, how much? 10 million. Would he sign 1 year, 8 million? Dude, I would love to get Kai Jones. I'm not gonna lie. So Joanne actually developed like a Cindy. Maybe I shouldn't have obviously let him go so fast, but. No, I guess 2K could just sign. We won't really. I guess we won't have a center in the rotation this year. I would have loved to offer Kai Jones, knowing how good he's been for Dallas on a two-way deal, but it's fine. All right, so your rotation heading into this season is Tyrese Halliburton. Obviously, he didn't have to scrum, he just passed the ball and play good defense and shoot. So Tyrese Halliburton, Gonzalez, Jet Howard. So Elijah Arenas, I do want him to start though, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna have Tyrese Halliburton, Arenas, Jet Howard, Kaminga. We'll have Jaden, Hugo. I guess we could play Hugo after 3, but as we do have Jalen Raven and Jet Howard to play there, so I guess we'll see like that. So Gonzalez, Ron Holland, Laravia, and then Sassers and I'm in rotation. That does leave Sadiq White out, which sucks, but he'll develop probably in the G League or somewhere else. Well, he'll develop, though, next season. I know that. Bless him to the end of the season. Ended up being the 7th seed here. We got Houston in round 1. Can we beat Houston in the... Oh, I didn't even do that, but we ended up making the playoffs this year, so that's great. So finally make the playoffs. We had 18 from Tyrese, 18 from Elijah, 17 from Kaminga, 14 from Jet Howard. We had about 13 from Hugo, 1 from Jalen Ravia, 10 and 10 from Jaden with a block, 10 from Sasser, and 9.5 from Rollins. So then I'm going to keep this team relatively the same until next year's deadline. I think we'll develop a lot more once again. I'm going to go 8-man rotation here in the playoffs. Joe Mazzulla obviously is a new head coach. Here we go ahead and beat the Golden State Warriors in round 1. Yeah, I don't think we beat this team. Luka and freaking... Yeah, so we'll see, though. Yeah, we're going to get beaten 5, but I was kind of expected at this point. So we're going to leave this team relatively the same next year, or at least until the trade deadline. The drafts really didn't pack us this much anymore, so we have pick 22. Also, the CPU draft, this doesn't matter at this point. They take Devin Cleveland, so into the team. Then free agency, we have to re-sign Ron Holland and Jet Howard. But Jet Howard's going to ask for a lot of money, which it might be deserved now. 14 points, 37% from 3. So yeah, we'll pay Jet Howard his money, which probably he's worth it at this point. So Jet Howard will bring back on a nice 4-year deal. And then Gunnar Knopf wants him to announce. I guess we could do it. But now Ron Holland will have to come back as qualifying offer because I really cannot pay Ron Holland $40 million just to go ahead and only average 9 points. He did shoot 39% from 3 this year, so that's something. But yeah, this might not be worth it. So he's going to come back as qualifying offer, if anything. But we'll have Sasser, Tyrese and Sasser, Hugo, Elijah, Laravia, Jet Howard. Is anything we do? I guess we get a small forward in this team. But Ravy has filled that role really well. So I guess I'm gonna wait to the deadline. We need a backup center though. I almost forgot again. So let's see. So we got Nick Richards, Trace Jackson Davis, 7-7 block. So we got Nick Richards too. So Jay Huff. I don't really like any of these options to be our backup five. I got Kessler Edwards here, but yeah, to be honest, I really do not. I got like Brandon Garrison. He might develop. Orlando Robinson might develop too. We did trade for our backup five, and then we could probably do that instead. I'm gonna trade for our backup five using some of our salaries. We get Maluch to be our backup five, and offering Sadiq White, Keon Anthony, and their pick back for Maluch, and they are gonna agree to it. Just like that, we get Maluch to be our backup center. Then Ron Holland will have to come back for this to be a complete rotation. I have Jaden and Caden Maluch to be our 5-man rotation, and then once Ron Holland comes back, that'll be good. So obviously, we're hoping Komet is qualifying offer. If not, I guess we'll just go ahead and choose the next mid up. We'll see who that'll be. But hopefully, we don't have to deal with that. And Ron Holland, all right, guys, can we just offer him a con? Oh, not Chet. Oh, place is restricted. All right, so Elijah is up, Hugo is up, Kaminga is up, Jaden is up. I'm fully expecting them to be a championship contender and hopefully just to make the playoffs. Drake Powell ended up being a really good player for us, but right now we're just hoping that we can just be a good team, make the playoffs, and win a championship. Cage is your MVP, but at the end of the season, we finished off as the #1 seed this year. We were incredibly good, 66-60 on the season. Warriors with Luka, and obviously a bunch of really good role players. This team is insane. That team's great. I can't argue, but Kate's out there to put that together. But we're gonna go 9-man rotation here or 8-man rotation here in the play. Then when I started, Hugo Gonzalez as small forward, and Jack Howard was our starting small forward this year, the entire season. But now I want to bench him in the playoffs completely, which I don't really agree with, but I don't know, bro. I guess we can roll with it. But this is still a pretty solid rotation. Then we got Denver in round 1, so Boozer, Braun, Matherin, Aaron Gordon, Nasri. This team has no weapons, so if we lose to the team, I'll be really disappointed. I'm going to beat them if I don't. We got Oklahoma City, so yeah. So a Cuff, Shea, yeah, this team is just crazy good, but we are a good team too. So we're going to take game 1, we're going to take game 2. I guess swept, aren't we? No, 5. All right. I think we can make one more trade, like solidify our small forward spot for the foreseeable future, and then we're good after that. So I'm going to make a quick trade real quick. And I know who I want to go after. The guy I want to go after is Jaden McDaniels here. He's making a ton of money, but and this is the last I think we get to it. Since they don't really like Jett Howard, I do, but I feel it was get a better defender. Jaden McDaniels shoots 42% from 3. Howard shoots 35% from 3. So we are getting an upgrade of a 3-point shooter. Scoring might be a little bit down, but all around to make our team a lot better. And obviously, and being a higher overall. So Keith King and Devin Cleveland. I'm going to see if we can throw one of those guys in there. So Devin Cleveland, we're going to go ahead and guarantee that contract. And then where is Keith King? I'm going to throw him in there as well. We don't really need him, obviously. So that's what we'll do. And then we'll throw these two guys in the trade for Jaden McDaniels. Anybody else we maybe will look at before we settle on Jaden McDaniels? Anybody else be a good 3-and-D player for us we can rely on? DeAndre Hunter, but I just really can't get the $40 million again. So, I mean, Jaden McDaniels is close to that, but I feel like Jaden McDaniels would be a better fit for us. So, Jett Howard, we're going to offer him Devin Cleveland and then Keith King, then a first-round pick in the future. Then 20, and we're gonna offer this. See what they say. McDaniels is now a Sacramento King. Ravy will be the backup, and then we're gonna roll this rotation. We're gonna re-sign everybody. Missoula, if anybody else can better option we could hire, so we could move over Joe Missoula, so like Nick Nurse for the last season. But I don't want to risk firing the Missoulas to not re-sign him. So we'll go ahead and re-sign all guys. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. All right, so for the final season of the video, we're gonna be the #1 seed. This will be your rotation, and here we go. So right now we have the Houston Rockets in round 1. So I hope we don't lose to this Rockets team, which we are going to go ahead and beat them 5 to play Oklahoma City in round 2. Against the Thunder, we are going to sweep them and play Golden State with Luka and Nikola. We obviously struggle with this team, but hopefully we can beat them this year. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, even it up. Game 3, up 2-1. It's tied up 2-2. We're up 3-2. We're going to beat them at 6 to play the Celtics to the finals with Bones Highland, Cameron Holmes, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Porzingis. All the teams he play, this is a team we got to play in the finals, man. I think we could probably do it. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, they're going to take. Game 3, they're up 2-1. dude, no always get all this far just to lose to the Celtics, man. And what's so good about Boston? I still trying to figure that out. I guess Tatum is really doing. Nobody's really scoring. So I don't really get why 2K favors this team so much. I don't, but maybe we make the ultimate comeback down from 3-1. Who knows? I've seen it happen before. If we need to hop in, we'll hop in. Obviously, if we need to save the day. But right now, we're gonna, 3-2 now, so we're making it kind of a comeback here. So gonna start Jonathan Kuminga in this game. So if that happened. Um, and then can we go ahead and force the game 7 back at Sacramento? Right now, it's a close game. The Celtics back and forth scoring game. Right now, we have it. It looks like it's a tie game with 1 minute left. So, right now, we're gonna continue as we'll take the lead by 2.3 points. We'll take the lead by 3, and it's look like we're gonna force the game 7. So, here we go, man. Game 7 for the NBA Finals. They want to go on fixed rotation one last time. And here we go. This is for the ring. It says Sacramento. Whatever you do, do not get blown out. I would love to at least put up a good fight. And we have the lead right now. And right now, we've done it. We've come back down from 3-1 to get the championship as the Sacramento Kings are your champions. And what a way to end the freaking video, man. What a freaking way. I didn't even look at the player stats here. We had 23 from Elijah, 17 from Hugo, 16, 16, 15, and 10. So Tyrese didn't really even score in his time with Sacramento, which is great. Or he didn't really score that much, I should say. But we ended up being really good. Drake Powell got minutes this year. But yeah, amazing way to end the video. I desperately needed a championship, and we got it. So it took a lot. It took a bunch of players to do it. But it's hard. Like I said, they win a championship in the league. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.